This is a Toyota Land Cruiser 300 series, and if you want to find each of the top-up locations for the fluids, check out this video. Hi there guys, welcome to another Ross Perry Productions video. In this video I have a 2023 Toyota Land Cruiser 300 series, and this is the GLX model with the 3.3 litre twin turbo diesel engine. So in this video I'm going to show you where you top up each of the day-to-day fluids for the car, and by day-to-day fluids I mean the ones that you're going to check on a regular basis, not your transmission fluid or your differentials. So it's nice and simple to do. All we're going to do is obviously have to open up the bonnet. To do it, going to the driver's side or the right hand side of the vehicle in this instance, just down in the footwell, we're going to pull this lever here. Then come back round to the front of the car. We're going to put our hand in just above the Toyota badge, facing down, and then push the lever to the left. Now this is the lever there, so you're just going to pop that to the left, and then the bonnet struts do the rest for you. So we'll start over the left hand side of the vehicle. So you've got a couple of fuse boxes here, and then you've got this black cover there. So we're just going to undo both these clips and lift up that black cover. So I'll just take that off just for the video, and you can actually see this reservoir here. This is actually our brake reservoir, and you can see the minimum and maximum markings on the side as well. And just if you look on the cap, it tells you the type of fluid to use as well. So this says .3 or .4 fluid from a sealed container. So what I would say is always try to stick with the same. So if you put .3 in there before, stick with .3. If you got .4, and then I like to stick with the same brand as well. And I do recommend Castrol, that's what I like to use, but that's only my personal choice. So clip that back black cover down. We'll just come further down to the front of the engine, and you can see this one here, and that is actually our power steering reservoir. And again, you'll see the markings on the side for minimum and maximum, and it actually says hot maximum and hot minimum. Obviously when the car gets hot, fluid expands and it starts to rise, so don't be worried about seeing that change level every now and then. Nice and easy to open. Just turn it and pull it open. It actually has a dipstick on there as well. Put that down. Check out your manual and just make sure you put in the right fluid for the steering fluid as well. And then we come across to our coolant reservoir. Now this is actually split in two halves. On the left hand side we've got the coolant for the intercooler, you can see that there from the arrow. And on the right hand side we've got the engine coolant reservoir as well. Now what I'd say is don't ever open these when the engine is hot, and if you are in desperate need to top it up, just let the engine cool down first. Again, the liquid expands, and as soon as you could take these off, I know the engine's cold so I've got no problem, as soon as you take these off, steam could come out and actually scald your hand, so you don't want to do that. So what you will notice, there's a little tab on the caps, and you want to make sure both those tabs are facing up when the cap's on, and that way you know it's locked in. Now more often than not, coolant is actually color coded, so you've got blue, green and pink, and obviously this is using a pink solution. But again, just check your manual for the right coolant, and I believe this is the same coolant in both sides of this reservoir as well. So moving across, obviously we've got a main engine block there, got a radiator down the front here in the fans as well. This is a part of the induction system in the tube. That's your air box, that's your mass airflow sensor. I've made separate videos on those. And then moving down, we've actually got this black cap here. Now this is for our washer fluid. So I do recommend that you don't just put water in there and you use the either the dilution or the concentrate for washer fluid. Reason being is it obviously cleans your windscreen better, but it also prolongs the life of your windscreen wipers as well. So making sure that can be topped all the way up to the top with no problems at all. Now lastly, I'll actually set up the camera separately. We've got our engine oil top-ups. So this is our engine oil top-up here, so the cap can come off nice and easy. And then obviously just next to it we've got our dipstick as well, so that's what I'll set the camera up so I can show you the dipstick, because there's a couple of markings on there that you may want to check out too. Okay, so as I said, this is our top-up location and this is our dipstick. So it's best to test this when the oil is a little bit warm, so it's all sunk to the bottom. So if you've started the engine, had it running for a little while and then just turned it off, wait a couple of minutes so it sinks to the bottom. Now I don't have a rag on me at the moment, but take the dipstick all the way out, and you'll actually see there's two holes. So there's one up the top there, and there's one down the bottom there. So if you're down the bottom, you're too low, If you're above that one, you're too high, and you want to be somewhere in the middle. I like to be at the higher side, so pretty much where it is at the moment. So what you'd normally do is wipe this off, send it all the way back down there. Now it's a bit tricky, just have to get it all the way down like that. Make sure it's in. So once it's clean, and then you'll pull it straight back out and then just test it then. Obviously I didn't wipe this clean, but you will. So that is your dipstick. So there you go, that's each of your fluid top-up locations on a 2023 Toyota Land Cruiser 300 series. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, check out some of my other videos and subscribe to my channel.